Hey all, I'm your host Cryptic and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another Gran Turismo 7 video, this time doing the Honda Beat on the Daytona Tri-Oval. So let's get straight into it. Now this is a $2.17 million grind per hour, so it's pretty cool. Now what you want to do, you want to get weight reduction level 1, comfort hards, it comes with comfort mediums, and you want to get your sport softs. Now into club sport, you want to get bore up. You want to get a high lift camshaft, and then you want to go down to get the close ratio transmission and weight reduction stage 2 and the power restrictor. And finally, obviously the ballast. Semi-racing, you want to do crankshaft, fully customizable computer, high RPM turbo, but not for the reason you think, fully customizable LSD, weight reduction level 3, and of course rigidity for those straights. Now in racing, we want to go stroke up, engine balance tuning, polish ports, anti-lag system, racing intercooler, and of course, racing air filter, and then racing silencer. Then we're going to get into the racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, any brake discs you want, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, and the fully customizable racing transmission. You want racing hards and racing softs. In extreme, you want to get your nitrous system because we're going to be boosting all around the oval. I got the carbon ceramic brake pads. Again, I default to these. They just work whenever I need an immediate stop, which you'll see later in the video. Titanium correcting rods and high lift camshaft. That's everything. Now we're still doing the 2-sheet method. It's still update 1.41. But we're going from a 2.01 million grind per hour all the way to 2.178. Now, I do have a body kit on my Honda Beat. The wheels are custom, but they're the default size, so it does not affect performance or PP in any way. You want your front, you want the side, and you want a wing. I've gone with a custom wing. And equip those because you're going to want some downforce, right? This thing is not as stable as the Honda S660 in my previous video. It is about, faster, about a minute overall faster. Now, you want to do the engine swap. You're going to be swapping it to the Honda Civic engine. It's the only one that's compatible with it. If you don't have it, you will need to be level 50, collect a level 50 to purchase it, and then do the swap, okay? Ideally, you want to be level 50 doing these grinds because that'll assist in getting the max payout along with doing the circuit experience, all gold. Now, create your 2 sheets, low PP and high PP. Low PP, you want comfort hards and sport softs, normal suspension, and you want to keep all the suspension details to default. Differential, also default. Downforce, with the wing, it's 100 at the back, 10 at the front. That's totally fine. Now once you've done that, ECU's normal, keep it at 100. It doesn't matter. With this vehicle, it tunes in the weirdest way possible. Ballast at 200, the weight at -50, bring you all to the front. Power restrictor still at 100. Now the transmission is going to be close ratio low. Set it to that and keep it as is. You want the high RPM turbo and anti-lag system on strong. That lowers PP for this vehicle. Don't ask me how or why, but it does. Everything else is normal, unequipped, and that's pretty much the settings you want. That'll bring it below 300 when you do that. It'll be 286 roughly for the PP. Now for the high PP, you're gonna want to make a couple changes, obviously. As you can see for aero, this is super important. You want to at 65 at the front and 200 rear. That was the most stable we were able to work it out on. Again, DjTwista93 was able to work out the kinks, and we sussed out a bit of the aerodynamics together towards the end, and that's what we came up with. Racing hards at the front, racing softs in the rear, fully customizable transmission, and the same tune, 90-90, 10-10, 40-40, 50-50, 3.20 and 3.35, 0-0-0, and then on the bottom, you want to go 60-60-60. Downforce, as explained, fully customizable transmission, no ballast weight, and you want 300 for the top speed, and these are the gear ratios that you want: 1.992, 1.295, 1.0, 0.770, etc. Nitrous is on and at value of 50. It defaults to 40, change it to 50. High RPM, anti-lag strong, racing, intercooler, and racing everything else where possible, all the way to the clutch and flywheel. All that is pretty similar to the previous video doing the Honda S660. Once that's done, you should be at 554.26 pp. That will be the 2 sheets you'll be running. And of course, the Tomahawk, you need it, right? So you got to own it, put it in your garage, and we're going to go through the track settings in a moment. So as we do, we go to Americas, go to USA Daytona International Speedway. Now I've got the 400%. That's for doing the gold circuit experience on all gold, okay? We're loading the settings for this, and as you can see, it's only at 66. Why? Because I'm still on the high PP. Now, a lot of people are like, it doesn't really work. It does. As you can see, when you're on the high PP, the payout's measly. Absolutely measly. Now, the payout per race is less than the S660, but because you're completing the tracks a lot faster, right, it pays out more overall. This is better and probably the best suited if you're doing the AFK method, wall grinding it all the way. It's going to do it a lot faster. Your payout will overall be higher. But if you're willing to drive clean, it's the best of the best because you get the full 2.17 million. Okay, loading in. Now with the low PP, right? 142,000. Okay, it's 20 odd thousand or so less than before. But laps, you want at 10, number of cars 20, starting grid 20, rolling start, 50 meter start interval, boost off, slipstream reel, and yeah, just follow these. Nitrous, 10 times. That's why a lot of people aren't getting it to last. You need to put it at 10 times. Okay, select from garage of the vehicles, and then it's going to ask you to select position 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to make them all the Tomahawk except for the car you're using. Once you go in, it's going to load into the menu for the race. And then this is where you want to go into settings and switch from the low PP sheet that we did, right, which is 142,000 payout, car settings, low PP, to the high PP sheet, 554.26, and there you go. First is still 142,000 credits. And hit start and go. Now you're gonna see here how when you do this, I've still got the AI for and the transmission settings for the Tomahawk set for the S660, where I pass them once halfway through lap 2, and then I don't really see them again. Since you're going about 80 k's faster in the beat, you end up catching up to them a second time. And that's when it can become a bit troublesome, in a sense that they end up grouping up a bit and going right across to the wall, and then you're very likely to hit them even on AFK because they are lined up all the way to the right wall. 3-4 Tomahawks together. So what I would say is probably increase their final gear ratio speed to an extra 20 k's. That should boost them up by 40 to 60 k's overall. And you should be able to just pass them once. But yeah, you'll see that I brake. That's why I say, hey, you never know what happens. You might end up crashing. I braked hard with the slightest of love taps to the rear of the Tomahawk, but it still gave me the clean race bonus. So investing in the brakes is worth it, not just for, you know, the other tracks that are not ovals, but also for this. When you need to brake and you want to maintain that clean race bonus, it's very, very important. But yeah, the Honda Beat, technically speaking, yes, it is a higher per hour payout for the grind compared to the Honda S660. It is less stable and smooth. It is better for the AFK wall grind, but make sure you tune the speed and gear ratios of the Tomahawk accordingly. Now, again, the whole point of this is that people do not want to pay spend the real world money on microtransactions to get more credits. You should be able to earn them in game, and I agree. And this is one of the methods. If you guys have done all the circuit experiences or aren't that great at them at getting gold and you're getting the crappy payouts, I totally get it. This is the best method. I do it every now and again, but only whenever I see a vehicle that I really want to get, and it's probably in the Legends dealer. I just want to get it quick, do a few races, and then I get the money that I need after an hour or two, and it should be good. So yeah, guys, that's how to do the Honda Beat, and it's an unstable vehicle, but it is faster. If you want, tweak the downforce for front and rear as you please, and get it to a spot where you're comfortable. The PP won't affect too much. As long as the PP for low is below 300 and on high it's above 500, the payout pretty much will be the same. The whole goal is to get the low end to below 300. With the S660, I believe it's even lower than that. It's probably close to like 200 or less from memory. That's why the payout is higher per race, but because you're doing the race slower overall, it's a 100,000, 170,000 credit difference. So whichever one you prefer, go for it. But there were a lot of comments in the comment section saying, hey, do the Honda Beat, it's better, it's better. There you go, here's the Honda Beat. Both have their pros and cons. Whichever one you're comfortable with, have fun and grind and get all the cars and parts you want. All right, everyone. Again, a big thank you to DjTwista93 for helping with the settings with the Honda Beat. Link to his channel is in the description box below. Please visit, subscribe if you can to his channel. Best way to say thank you for his help. And of course, if this video has helped you, you found it entertaining, like, comment, share with your friends, and of course subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. We're a new channel, trying to grow as much as we can, making interesting and content that is useful to everyone in gaming. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the race, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.